I'm here at Ellerdine waiting for Gareth. Now he's told me to come today with just my line and just my rod. So I don't know what he's got in store for me, but I bet it's going to be good.
There we are, black mamba proving its worth again. Double figure fish there easily. Right guys, so we finally made it to Ellerdine and I'm met here by Llwyd. I've told him basically to bring no flies today, and that's because today Llwyd, me and you are going to be doing a bit of a challenge. That challenge is the free fly challenge. Basically what it is Adam's created 3 packs for us with flies that neither of us know what's going to be in there, and you've got to catch a fish on each of the flies. So the rules are pretty simple. You get a point for a rainbow, you get 2 points if it's a different species, you get an extra point if it's over £5, and then there's a couple of bonus points. You get a bonus point for first fish and a bonus points if you finish in under the 3-hour time limit. So we've got black, gold and silver for this challenge. Llwyd, what colour would you like?
Gold, because I'm the best.
Okay.
Let's see what's inside. Immediately I think this is going to be good. We've got a lot of black and green, and I know that works really well up here. At the top here we've got a Chartreuse H8 tadpole, followed by a Viva Cruncher and a Viva Shipmans. Now I know the 2 small black flies should work really well in this lake. We've tried and tested it and it should be quite good. So I'm pretty confident with my pack.
Okay, and Llwyd, because you're the guest, I'll let you choose my pack.
Black.
Okay, so looking at Llwyd's pack, I'm absolutely terrified. All I can pray is that I've got something good in here. Fingers crossed. Well, it's not the sort of flies I'd have gone for, but some of these are good, I know that. We've got the phosphor blue squirmy worm. That used to be one of my favourites. I haven't used that for a long time, so that'll be interesting. We've got Project X, which is a fly that Paul Law invented for this place that did well last year, so that one's going to be good. And then we've got that Fever post-fire lure. So, yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm a bit worried. Llwyd, they've been feeding on naturals. Llwyd's got some black and green naturals there, which is probably going to be the fly of choice today. But we'll give it a go and hopefully we'll get a fish or 2.
So I've got the Shipman's Cruncher on the dropper and the Hothead Chartreuse tadpole on the point. Now this should work well, because the naturals will be the first one they seize, and they might go for the tadpole. It all depends on the fish really. Sometimes they like to go for the smaller ones in this lake, but having the 2 sizes will really make a difference, and it should cover a lot of fish. I've
started with that phosphor blue squirmy, which used to do really well for me. I've gone for a 12-foot leader on a sink tip line. I'll give it a few twitches back. If there's anything freshly stocked, they'll definitely have a go. But because it admits light when it's down low, I'm going to try and leave it sink a bit lower so it gives a little glow, and maybe the fishes haven't seen anything like that before and they'll come and have a go. But I'm a bit nervous. Fingers crossed we'll get a fish. Let's get that timer started and let's get fishing.
Okay, timer starts now.
Best of luck.
And you. Okay, so we've been here about 5 minutes now, and it goes to show, you know, coming early does really pay off. There we are, first fish of the day. Let's get him back and we'll talk about the tactics. So there we are, we've been here about 5 minutes. That's my first fish of the day. That's a bonus point, and it's 1 point for a rainbow. So that's 2 points to me. Gareth, what are you on?
0.
It's time to get back out there. Okay, so as the rules require, I need to change that fly over now. So I'm going to put on the the Viva shipments.
But as you've seen there, Lloyd's had his first fish. He's winning now by 2 points. And we've had a few more casts by here, but we noticed we're picking up quite a bit of weed. So it's a competition. We've only got 3 hours, so we don't want to be spending time like Lloyd is now taking weed off our flies. So we're going to have a little move, see if we can get another fish. Right, there's a lot rising in here, but we're not really getting any takes off us. I think what we're doing is the sink tip's going just underneath them. Now, fish when they're feeding, they look up to feed. They rarely look down. They feed in an upwards motion or on the same level. So what I'm going to do is chuck on that floater. I think maybe trying that Project X worm that Paul came up with. That might give us a change of luck. So I'll cast this out and strip it back, and we'll change the line. See if that makes a difference, because I think at the moment we're just getting a bit too low. Although saying that, this is why you see I finished the retrieve there. A lot of people would just reel it up where it is. Always cast out and reel it back in, because sometimes they want it really fast, and the only way you're going to find it out is by a retrieve like this. So I always do that to end the retrieve. But the sink tip's not working. Let's get a floater on. I think we might be a bit deep, so I put on the floater. I'm going to try that Project X that Paul tied last year. It's been deadly up here. The fish are quite high. I know this doesn't sink very far, but it's got plenty of movement. So let's see if they want a bit of the Project X chamois worm. So with that new fly set up, I start to cast to where I've seen the fish rising. Now first cast I'm going to come just short of where I see them rising. I don't want to cast over them and spook any fish. So I strip off line to increase the distance with my next cast and begin to retrieve. Thankfully it doesn't take long before we're into a fish. Yeah, that's the chamois. I think I'll try that squirmy next because they're very similar patterns, so that might get us another fish. It's a rainbow, so come have a quick look at it. Lovely rainbow there, about £2. Just slip it back. Oh. So let's have a look at how long is left. We'll get the squirmy on there. Floating line's definitely the way forward. They were obviously higher up in the surface than we initially expected them to be. We thought bright sun, they're going to be down deeper. That tends to be the case. But as we're fishing, you never know. There's 1 hour and 53 minutes left. It took a long time to get that second fish, and that's because I think we were fishing too deep. I caught on that chamois. I'm going to hopefully catch on that phosphor blue squirmy worm and equalise the score.
So I don't know if you got that on camera, but we've made our way around to the other side of the lake now, and this side of the lake is very thick with shrubbery, and that's the second time I've done that now, so I've lost both sets of flies, stupidly. So I'm down to 0 flies. So effectively I've lost a challenge, but I could still win. Gareth's only on 1 point, and I think we've got about an hour and a half left, so fingers crossed for me that he doesn't catch any more, but I don't know.
Now the pressure was really on. Lloyd had lost his flies, and it's given us the perfect opportunity to win the challenge. All I had to do was catch 2 fish. So with that in mind and the wind picking up, I made my way round the other bank. With the phosphor blue squirmy worm, I was casting across the wind and slowly retrieving it back. Now the movement on this fly often entices a take, and it only took us 7 casts before we hooked into another hard fighting rainbow. So I had that fish. Now we've got 59 minutes left. If we get the fish, we win. If we don't, it's going to be a draw. So the pressure's on now. We've got the fever post-fire lure. Usually I'd love this fly, but as you can see, it's a very sunny day. I think they're not going to be chasing lures. I think something natural would have worked well. Lloyd did well in his picking the pack, but unfortunately he lost the flies, which I think would have won the competition in the bush. So that's unfortunate. Now let's try and beat him before the time runs out. just in the nick of time then. The third fish, another lovely rainbow. Off he goes to fight another day. So that's an extra point, which makes it 3 for the rainbow. And also I finish in under 3 hours, so that's 4 points. So that's the first free fly challenge we've done at Ellerdine, probably the first of many. Unfortunately this time I won 4-2, but I'm sure next time you'll beat me. I've got a feeling if you didn't lose them flies in the tree, I think you would have been the winner.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's how it goes in fishing, and you learn from your mistakes.
All right.
So thanks for joining me, and we'll see you in the next video.